spot. Quickly go through the team.
Wait, it's
Team
not,
lineups.
for some reason it's not working.
For HRK in the front row, we've got Jan, Reinkus, Bachhofer. In the second row, we've got Williams and Strauss. The loose trio, we've got Armbruster, Darren and Hartmann. 9-10, we've got Schmidt and Zahner. Skelly, Liebig. Barthel, Meng and Zahner.
And in the Frankfurt starting lineup, we've got Augustine Lasada, Chris Howells, and Chris Idene. In the second row pairing, we have Hassan Ryan, Fraser Hasty, and in the loose forward trio, we have Johan Niederberger, Vincent Meyer, John Martin Stewart. The halfbacks are Quinton Muschalat, Christopher Henning, and on the wings, we have Fabrizio Carreba and Tim Biniak. At fly-off, we have Christopher Henning. And in the centers, we have the duo of Leo Wolf and Seb Rodwell. And at fullback, Eduardo Stella. Here comes HRK onto the field, led out by captain Andrew Renkus. Marcel, what's your take on today's game?
Well, like I said, I think both teams coming off the second half of the season, both teams have started off their campaign fairly strong. HRK having won both their matches, tight match against Munich, that 1 point, giving them the 4 points though for the log. So we've got 3rd versus 5 today, so it should be a good match. I think in the front, HRK are going to be quite strong. They've got quite big forwards, and I think it's going to be a close battle up in the front. And we'll see how the 1880 boys manage with that.
The president of 1880 welcomes everybody watching online for this magnificent game and this magnificent club on this magnificent evening. You got the best 2 commentator hosts that you can imagine, and if they don't do a good job, I'll pop in.
Thank you for joining us, Uli.
We are about to get kickoff underway now. It's a HRK team fighting for a playoff spot, so they'll be going full out during this game. 1880's made a couple changes in their last game, so we see how it goes.
And we're off. First to receive, we've got Leo Wolf. Straight away with the exit kick.
Not finding touch. Now, good attacking opportunity for HRK here from the back.
Decides to put on the boots again. Covered nicely by Fabrizio. Little step. Beats the first defender.
Oh, Chris Idene there with nice hands. Fraser Hasty on the outside.
Still going. Little offload. Good go forward ball. Out the back option. Using the full width of the field.
They got space out wide. Tim Biniak on the outside. A good carry. Go forward ball there.
Quick balls available.
Hassan Ryan with a nice carry there. John with the pick, he's a little isolated there. Good clean there by Quinton Mushalak.
Go forward again by Vinny. And he's still going.
Couple good phases here by Frankfurt in the HRK 22. Sebi on the inside ball there. Great offload to Quinton. No, now let's see what they do. A pick here by Hassan.
A bit indecisive, not knowing what to do there. But good go forward again by the big man.
And Frankfurt decides to go with a carry here by Johan Niederberger.
Oh, big
and he's
leg pump.
over the line. Is it a hold up or try? Hold up's the call.
Hold up.
Goal line kick for HRK. Great attacking work there by Frankfurt in the first couple of minutes.
HRK getting a little bit lucky there. Just surviving that pressure. See how they come through with this restart. Deep kick. Again, Fabrizio covers nicely. Sends it wide.
Simbiniak with a great...
Breaks the line.
Oh,
Good offload. Vinny's going.
Vinny's going. Oh, good tackle there by HRK.
Quick balls available. In the
And
line.
Johan, great work there by the Frankfurt players.
Good finish, Joey.
Getting great go forward ball, and Johan Niederberger with a beautiful try there, running through the gap to open Frankfurt's score. Five 0 to Frankfurt so far. Edo Steller with a kick to come. Edo Steller's had a great kicking performance in the last 2 games. Let's see how he starts off this game.
Lines it up. Steps. And
A
it's
great
over.
kick by Edo Steller.
Score
7-0.
7-0.
Waiting for a ball to start kickoff. A solid start there by Frankfurt, eh, Marcy? What do you take on that start?
I feel so far it's only been 1880. It was good kickoff receive. Worked their way from their own 22 all the way in. Nice, good composure in the 22. As soon as that defense started coming a little bit more narrow, Johan right through that little gap. Good start. Good start.
HRK with a short kick over here. And Edo Steller with a great take. Frankfurt playing out wide. The big Chris Adene with a great carry over there.
Pick and go once more. Continuity going. Counter
Good counter
Could
up there
be
by
from the
HRK.
side.
Putting Frankfurt under a lot of pressure there.
But Frankfurt ball.
First line-out of the game. Marcy, what's your take on what they're going to do for this line-out?
I think keeping it simple at the moment. There's been a little bit of pressure every now and then on our lineouts. But I think keeping it simple, making sure that we build that first bit of confidence, getting that ball up into the air, and just taking a clean take. So small, simple things. I think doing those things right today is going to be the difference between the win and the loss.
HRK are definitely going to try contest this and put pressure on the 1880 lineout. In the last game, they did very well with their defense against us and stole a couple balls. Let's see what Frankfurt decide to do.
Just waiting for the panel beater to finish doing the strapping.
Little breaking player. An HRK player finished strapped up now. Play should get underway.
Good
Oh, and a
contest. Good steal by HRK.
Great work by HRK there.
But regathered again by Quinton. Slow ball. Out the back option again. Leo 50-22 option is on, but covered very nicely by HRK. Not opting for the mark there. Sends it back long, deep.
Not out. A good counter-attacking opportunity now for Frankfurt. Fabrizio with the ball.
Sends it wide.
Sebi with the ball. He gets hit hard there by HRK, but makes good meters.
Good go. Lazy runner. There should be advantage here for the offsides.
So it looks like there's space out wide. If Frankfurt can get the ball. John Martin with a nice carrier. Valuable meters there. Tati Lasada with a great carrier and also getting over the advantage line. Chris
Still go
Adene a little
forward.
bit isolated now. Let's see if someone can help him. Frankfurt have no 9. Slow
Can
ball.
go. Now we're going wide. Leo's
Leo
hitting
with
the
the
gap.
show and
He's
go.
right through. Will he link up with someone? Still going. Still fighting. Clean out is good. Ball's available. Sending it wide. Once more, Hassan Ryan. Kwacha
John
going
Martin.
through and finishes once more.
Great throw by John Martin.
7.5 minutes in. Frankfurt dominating so far. Looking good. How are you taking the game so far, Khalopi?
I think it's been a great start by Frankfurt, putting HRK under a lot of pressure, getting the ball out wide, running through the phases, and at the end scoring 2 beautiful tries so far.
I think that's really been key here so far. It's just how they're building phases all the time, just keeping that continuity going. We've seen quite a few pick and goes going through here, and we can really see how there's just this phase count that's working and building the pressure in that HRK defense line. One from one for Edo Stella. Lines it up. Sailing. Over again.
Great
2.
2 from 2 from Edestella.
We're up to 14-0 to
Frankfurt with a great start to this game. A nice deep kick there by HRK. Vincent Meyer under the ball. And a nice hard carry to get up. Frankfurt looking to exit. A nice hard box kick there by the Frankfurt 9. And Leo Wolf under with a great gather. And hands to Tim Biniak on the outside, who slips, unfortunately. Can they get some fast ball now? Sealing off the call. Silly work there from Frankfurt, giving away a penalty when they had the upper hand, but that happens. Very unlucky.
Big focus this week has been on the defense line out, so we'll be interested to see how they contest in this first one. Obviously, with that new law change coming in, it'd be good to see how we've adapted to that. So let's get someone up in the air.
Nice one there from HRK in the lineout. Yes, and a nice hard carry there, but straight into John.
Big hit by John Stewart.
HRK under a lot of pressure now, getting taken back. Let's see if they can set
Good
up here.
shot again by Kwacha. From the side, perhaps,
Good.
but readapts.
And the space out wide here. Edo Stella under a lot of pressure
Covered.
now. Let's see what ref blows back for a penalty.
Has come back.
I think it's playing the 9.
Taking out the number 9. Cool.
Yeah, there's the rule change over there is a bit strict, so the 9 is not allowed to be touched. And HRK with a good touch finder. A nice attacking opportunity now for HRK. Inside Frankfurt's 10-meter line. Let's see how Frankfurt try to contest here. Great win there by HRK.
Back, Maul setup.
It looks like they've secured the ball. A bit messy.
We should see a big big line speed coming through here. Counter ruck is on. Surely use it by the referee.
Marcus Bachhofer with a big carry over here. Nice strong carry by him.
The German Rhino once more with go forward.
Great defense, line speed there by Frankfurt. Oh, and the ball's on the ground. And a great collection there by Frankfurt. A great
Big
tackle
hit by
there.
Chris Henning. Getting energy in defense. And he's gone for the punch. Missed it now.
Play in the 9. Silly penalties there by Frankfurt.
So after all of that, we've seen a 10-meter gain by HRK there for, the same silly mistake. It was just taking out the 9. So just a little bit more adaptation that needs to happen with the new law change, making sure that we're not playing that 9. A good clearance again by HRK. Let's see the defense set up again for 1880.
Fraser Hasty down here, getting some attention by the medics. Hopefully nothing serious. This is a good attacking opportunity for HRK here with a penalty just outside the Frankfurt 22. Let's see, maybe they go for a maul. And maybe get another advantage and then can play with the ball.
Well, we saw that in the last one, that they set up that maul. Looked like a little bit in two minds whether they should be going forward with it or not. So we'll be interested to see if they take this opportunity now to take on the 1880 forwards. 2 lineouts that they've won, 2 from 2. So we can maybe apply a little bit more pressure there in the front. Let's see if we can get them up.
And the game's back underway.
One in the middle. Good setup. And got away with it.
Oh, a little chip
Little
over there by
shade,
the
covered though
HRK
by
10.
Edo.
Edo kicks for
Sends it
space.
back, finds the 2 bounce. Chase line.
Andrew Inkins with the ball now. Let's see if he does a carrier. Runs straight at Edo Stella.
Good tackle there by Timbiniak. Got to get out of there.
Ball still available. The ref says Taro Williams with the nice carry over here. Met hard by San Ryan and Edo Stella. Oh,
And the defense
a little
pressure
knock on there.
catching up to them. Little knock on, forcing it. First scrum, we're going to see of the match.
Yes, I'm looking forward to this. Both packs have a strong front row.
Especially with Marcus Bachhofer there in the tight head position. Andrew Reinkus, 2 experienced front rowers. See how they go up against Tati Losada.
Interesting battle over here will be the HRK number 1 against Chris Edene. They're both young. And let's see how they square off in this game. Oh,
Good
great
pressure
work
coming
there
through
by
from
HRK.
But 1880's got the ball. Offload comes through. Hands out wide.
Looks
Sends
like
it
there's
one
space.
more. Little step from Stella. He's still going. Little offload again. Inside the 22 now. Not rolling. Advantage.
John Martin with a nice carry
Big
over here.
carry. Good setup.
See if they play out the back. Oh,
Sends it wide in the space. But forward passes the call. We'll come back for the penalty.
let's see what Frankfurt decide to do over here. What would you do, Marcel?
Seeing as we're able to build the phases, I'd say probably go for touch. Set up the maul. Hopefully score from that. Otherwise, I'm guessing probably get a little bit of continuity again. Keep working towards the same side, getting into that try line zone.
They're just finding the ball quickly.
Frankfurt going with a 6-man.
Chris Howells, the hooker for Frankfurt, 37 years old and still going. And an overthrow. Easy out
But
for
on the
HRK
poach.
there.
And he's got it.
Great work there by Vincent Meyer. And Quinton Mushilak goes with a quick tap. And to Chris
Over.
Howells. Great try there by Frankfurt, but a messy line out.
There's just no stopping him that close to the line. Score after 18 minutes. We have 19-0 with a kick to come.
Ed Ostello with 2 kicks from 2. This is his third.
Very similar position as the second kick.
A solid strike. And his first miss of the evening.
Score remains 19-0 after 19 minutes.
HRK with the kickoff. A nice deep one to Vincent Meyer. And he's going to carry the ball up nice and hard. Good defense there from HRK.
Met and carried back by Andrew Reinkes there. Box kick option. Sends it up high. Timbeniak chasing. Offsides.
Could be
accidental.
offsides there. Unfortunate for HRK there, losing the ball in the air. And Andrew Renkins getting the ball in offside position. Penalty to 1880. An easy exit now into HRK's half. And a good attacking opportunity now for Frankfurt.
Slightly better defense there from HRK. Coming through with a little bit more fight in that collision. Working to get them back into that 22, but an easy exit. So there was a little bit of pressure on that last line out. Having lost that, let's see how the hooker adapts to this.
It looks like 1880 are going in with the maul over here.
Option is middle.
Oh, and a play move, a special move. They get valuable meters over there. John Martin with a nice offload to Chris.
Good little plus pass.
Slow ball now for Frankfurt. John Martin with a nice pick again.
Again, good go forward ball.
And
Sends
now
it
they get
wide
the-
now.
A skip
Off the
pass.
foot. A little bit of football skills there coming through from Edo Stella.
HRK managed to
Still
regather the
fighting
ball.
for the tackle.
Let's see if
HRK
they can
with
get a clean
possession.
exit now. Under a lot of pressure here, 5 meters from their line. And they go for a box kick exit. Not finding touch at a good attacking opportunity now for Frankfurt.
Yeah, Wolf sends it wide to Sebi. Rodwell is going on the bit lateral there, but still going strong,
He's
still going.
Let's see if
Good
he can stay
carry.
in.
Keeps it in field. Little offload.
Great
And finishes
try.
it off. Quinton,
Great try.
great finish.
A little bit of lateral running there by Seb Rodwell, but ended up getting valuable meters and a nice offload to Timbeniak, who gave the ball to Quinton for a beautiful try for Frankfurt. That was good work there from Sebastian Rodwell. Running a little lateral, finding space on the outside, getting past the HRK winger, managing to stay in touch, and then getting a beautiful offload to Timbeniak. Ed Ostello with his fourth kick of the day. Great strike and straight through the
Pulls it
middle.
back in. Lovely little kick. Brings his kicking stats back up to 75% for the day.
$26-0 the score is. And HRK decides to kick to the other side of the field. Fabrizio under the ball.
Oh, he's tap dancing.
Great footwork.
Oh, beats the first two. Still going.
The man from Paraguay. A nice box kick there by Quinton. Space for HRK.
Taken up through the middle.
And the space at the back of here.
Covered again by Stella. Oh, but he knocks it on.
Unfortunate knock on there from Edo Stella, not regathering that kick from HRK.
Just taking his eye off the ball that last second.
Second scrum of the game. The first scrum was a bit, Frankfurt were under a lot of pressure there from HRK. I know HRK work hard on their scrums. So this one will be a tough one for Frankfurt. Let's see how they cope.
Also being coached by Jörn. He's got tons of experience playing high level rugby, so I'm sure this will be again a good contest from HRK. Let's see what they can do with their own ball.
Solid hit there from both teams. And the ball's out.
Going wide. Straight away. Again,
Nice.
knock on the edge. Can they gain possession again here?
Knock on and then tackled out. Frankfurt scrum just off the 50-meter line. This previous scrum now was a much better set from Frankfurt, managing to hold HRK. HRK will definitely be going for the scrum now. Let's see how Frankfurt can hold the pressure.
Solid scrum.
Frankfurt with a play move. Leo looking for space at the back. 50-22 is on.
Not finding touch though, but getting a big territory gain. Exit from HRK. Just outside the 22. Frankfurt ball.
A good exit there from HRK under a lot of pressure. Let's see how Frankfurt decide to attack from this opportunity. And they win their first clear line out. Seb Rodwell with a nice hard carry there, getting hit well by HRK.
Still fighting in contact. Gets through it. Another 2-3 meters extra he made there.
Fraser Hasty
Hard
with a nice
line.
carry.
Slightly slow to roll out of the tackle situation by HRK.
Not the best part there from Mushulak. Back for a penalty, not rolling away. It looks like they're going for the touch to set up a maul.
Another attacking opportunity here.
Frankfurt discussing what they're going to do.
Front ball. And
And
the ball
they-
set up.
A good setup here.
Good go forward. Keeps it in. Still connected.
They're still going. Oh, and they get taken out.
And good
Great
more
defense. Great defense there by HRK. Frankfurt getting good go forward ball and HRK managing to get through and take them out.
What do you think, Chalupi? Just not effective enough in the own 22. I mean, we've seen two options there now, one on the right-hand side of the field. Also from the mall setup, just not able to capitalize on that opportunity.
Yeah, I think the setup hasn't been 100%, but HRK has done well in their defense, in contesting and also their mall defense. They decide to go for another mall now. Fraser Hasty trying to swim through the mall there, get hands on the ball.
Now the mall's gone down.
Great work from Fraser Hasty,
Good turnover.
getting on the ball. Scrum, Frankfurt 1880. A good attacking opportunity here now. About 10 meters out from the HRK try line. Marcel, do you think they're going to hit Sebi on a hard line, carrying the ball straight?
Guessing they'll probably put up midfield, try and suck in those first couple of defenders here from HRK, and then probably keep on working same side and just keep trying to get that continuity going again. I know part of 1880s, they love their flair. So here we go. Setting it up middle, right
great
through
ball to Leo Wolf
Wolf,
there. Straight through.
under the sticks.
Great work there by Seb Rodwell with a perfect offload. Leo finding the gap. Great teamwork there by the two centers. Ed Ostello with his fifth kick now. 4 from 5. Let's see if... Great work there by Ed Ostello.
Approaching the final 10 minutes of this first half. Score is 33-0. Kick-off deep. Gain Bins covers the ball nicely. Good go forward. Good clean out by John Martin Stewart. Leo, long exit.
Great kick there by Leo Wolf. Turning the HRK player around. And it could be a direct kick directly out. I think that's kicked directly out. It could be a line out in the HRK 22.
Touch just must have missed that one.
I think it could have been a little error there by the touch judge. Leo Wolf having a chat here to the ref, explaining the rule. And that's
And there the
being
call comes
corrected. It is confusing sometimes, being a ref, having to look at all the things happening in the game.
Could be quite intimidating, don't you think? You've got 30 full-grown men running and hitting into each other here, and you've got one man running this whole show, making sure everything runs smoothly. He's got 100 things to look at. So, yes, small things could happen that you slip up and you miss those things, but also owning up and fixing that mistake now. So let's see the attacking Attacking option now from Frankfurt.
Frankfurt with a 4-man line out.
Changing things up now. Ups the front. Long ball to Chris Henning.
And a skip pass there by Erostella to Vincent Meyer on the outside.
Managing to go
Great carry
width
by
to
him.
width. Good go forward. Continuity still going. Fabrizio. Pick and go again by Quacha.
A little isolated there, but managing to still keep the ball.
Good width.
A skip pass there by Leo Wolf to Tim Biniak on the
Little bit of
outside.
footwork.
Oh, an offload to the wrong hands.
HRK. Unfortunate.
A penalty for offsides. And Quinton Michalak with a quick tap. Oh, they're 10 meters. The French number 9 with good work
Pick and
there.
go.
And a try.
And over he goes.
Johan Niederberger. This is his second try, isn't
Second
it?
try.
A good half by Johan so far.
Keeping up that work rate, making sure he's getting all involved in those little battles. Keep finding that next job. Keep finding that next work to do. Good finish by Frankfurt 1880.
Erostella with a kick from 6 meters in from the touchline. Let's see how he goes with this one. Good strike, but to the left.
Pulls it.
The score at the moment is 38-0 to Frankfurt.
Final 5 minutes to play of the first half. Hopefully we can see a little bit more running rugby now.
Yeah, let's see if they, instead of exiting, they run the ball from their own half.
I think one thing that they are doing very well,
And a nice
He's
high kick.
playing that
By HRK.
territory,
A messy ball.
but regathered by Chris Henning.
Oh, and
Straight through the middle. Fancy
Straight through,
footwork.
and a step.
And a little goosey.
HRK players falling over themselves, and he's going. Does he have the pace?
Yes, he gonna
does.
get there. He
Great
does.
try.
There we talk
Great
about that. A little
try.
bit of Frankfurt flair, a little bit of running rugby, straight through the middle. Chris Henning, have a day.
Great try. Unbelievable. A little messy there off the start, but good pick up by Chris and great finish.
What I'm loving at the moment is the ability of how they're just shifting the ball and putting the ball into a different space, just taking it away from where all those bodies are of HRK and just running it into the space available. So 1880 doing a really, really good job here at the moment. Score is 43-0 with the kick to come.
Erostella with a solid strike there and straight
Over
through the
again.
poles.
5 from 7.
HRK have had very little ball in the Frankfurt half. Let's see if they can maybe turn things around. And they decide this time to go for a deep kick. Vincent Mayer with a good regather. And I think they're deciding to play the ball.
Here
Leo
we
Wolf
see
with
the
a
running.
great step. The space is open. He's going
He's
another
still
step.
going. Is the offload going to come through? Oh,
Is
the
he gonna get
handoff
offload?
comes. He's still going.
Great work.
He's still going.
A nice
Another
offload to step
offload.
Rodwell.
Sebi with the turn.
Let's see if they can get fast
Quick
ball out
ball.
here.
We need quick ball here. Sends it out wide again. Chris Henning with
looks
the
like
goosey. Handoff. Gets the offload, but not going to hand, unfortunately.
Slow ball now for Frankfurt. Chris Adene with the nice big carry.
Carry. Still going. Still
Pumping those
going.
legs. Pumping those legs. Quinton Michel, let's see if they can get the ball out
Out the
wide here.
back.
There's space. Seb Rodwell with a nice carry over here. And they've got the
Offload
offload.
again. And Leo Wolf in the corner. Second try for Leo Wolf tonight.
Leo Wolf starting off that great passage of play and finishing in the corner.
Who
Great
exactly?
work.
Who exactly? Who let the dogs out? Brings the score up to 50-0. 2 minutes before halftime. Kicks to come from Stella once more.
A challenging kick here for Edostella. Let's see how he goes with this one. Straight through the poles. Great kick there by Edostella.
Lovely, smooth, effortless, good strike, sails through the sticks.
And plays back underway with a nice far kick. Vincent Mayer under it. Great catch. Gives the ball to Leo Wolf with a nice bash up. Pumping those legs. And Frankfurt exit. Oh, with a charge down by Andrew Renkins. Can he get the try here? Yes, he can.
And he gets there. Good
Great
try.
work there by Andrew Renkins with a nice charge down.
Shows real
And their
character.
first points of the game.
Not backing off out of the contest, really fighting, making sure he gets that charge down. Overall, well done, Andrew. Well done.
A bit unlucky there by Christopher Henning with the maybe taking a bit too long to kick the ball, but great work from Andrew Renkins. Working hard, putting a lot of pressure on Chris and getting that charge down in a nice sneaky try.
Probably the last kick to come before halftime.
And it's converted. The score now is 52 to Frankfurt, 7 to HRK. The ref must have just had a little bit more stoppage time, so that's why our clock's running a little bit over. There's probably about 2 to 3 minutes left of this first half. Frankfurt with their first kickoff. A nice kick there by Chris Henning. And a great catch there by Andrew Renkins. Hits hard by John Martin.
Hit by John Martin Stewart.
Let's see if HRK can get a clean exit of here. And they kick it out. Half
And that takes
time.
it to halftime. What's your take on the first half there, Galopi?
Oh, I think it's been some great running rugby by Frankfurt, scoring some beautiful tries. And yeah, at the end, yeah, HRK not giving up, getting a good charge down there, and yeah, scoring 7 points.
We're into a halftime intermission. We'll catch you guys in a short 10-minute break.
Welcome back to the second half of Frankfurt 1880 versus HRK. The halftime score was 52-7. Frankfurt 1880 coming onto the field now for the start of the second half. Let's see what subs have been made at halftime. It looks like Marcel Becker has come on at hooker. Ray Parkinson is still, well, he's on now. This man is very old, but still going.
Man has come out of retirement 3 times.
But otherwise, it also looks like Lando Baker's on the field. We need to see who he's been subbed on for. And Koen van Rossum is back. He had a devastating injury at the end of last year. Got a very bad concussion and a fractured skull. And it's good to have him back playing. Marcy, if you were in the HRK changing room, what do you think's going on there?
I think for them it'll probably be a message of just try and maintain possession a little bit, play in the right areas of the field. Just feels at the moment that they're playing a little bit, on the wrong side of the pitch, which fair play from 1880 is a little bit difficult at the moment. But just trying to hang on to the ball a little bit when they have it, and then making sure that they're winning that territory, putting it into the area of the field where they can actually capitalize and give themselves attacking opportunities. We'll be excited to see what the second half has in store, and if 1880 can keep putting their foot on that pedal to keep driving that scoreboard.
It looks like HRK have made a few changes.
Looks like the substitute hooker has come on.
And we're just about to get the second half underway.
Stopped straight where Andrew caught that ball. On the exit.
Good attacking opportunity here for Frankfurt. Edo Stella with the ball.
Lots of players back for 1880 there. Midfield setup. 2 options of attack here. Opting to go right.
Lando Baker with the ball on the outside.
First touch. Maintains possession.
The young player that has come through the youth year at Frankfurt, getting his opportunity in the first team. Fraser Hasty with a nice hard line there. A little bit isolated. And a knock on.
First scrum of the second half. We've got Marcy Becker back into the team here.
I think that's going to help the Frankfurt pack a lot.
Looking at that front row now, you've got Tati Losada, you've got Marcy Becker in the middle, and you've got big Chris Adena on the tight head. It's a lot of weight in that front row. And see if that tactical change would be beneficial. Defensive scrum. That's gone down. Reset. Apologies about the technical difficulties on our camera.
We have a young under-16 player that's given up his time to do the hard job, but so far he's doing well. It looks like a little bit of a collapse over there by HRK, but plays on. And HRK with a good exit.
Now trying to win that
finding
territory.
Space.
But covered again by Edo Stella. He goes up. Lando chasing hard. Putting him under pressure. And gets that little knock on. Scrum again. Very similar position as we had the first one. This time, 1880's ball.
Let's see what Frankfurt decide to do with the scrum. The last scrum was a little bit messy. Let's see if this one can work out better. It looks like Franciscus Schurter is on the field. He's been subbed on for Quinton Michelot.
Steady scrum.
Solid set there by both teams.
Gets it wide. Sebi getting on the outside. Little plus pass.
And then
great finish. Let's go, Benny.
what a try by Tim Biniak.
Tim Biniak.
Sebi with a nice running line over there, getting on the outside of the HRK defender, getting that handoff on, and then a 1v1. Great pass to Tim Biniak.
One standout from Sebi this game has been his ability to get the offload, get that little extra pass. You know, he's sucking in 2-3 defenders every time he's carrying the ball. Big man in the midfield. So getting that little extra plus pass off every time and just allowing that player that is in space to go and finish it. Great finish by Tim Biniak.
I find he runs a little bit too lateral, but somehow it always works out, and he just manages to get around the outside of the guy. It must just be speed, eh?
I think the fact that he's also getting himself into such great shape to be able to play in the Calcio Storico, I think that's also a driving factor for him, and he's increased that speed a little bit, managing to get on the outside of that defender there. So,
and Edo Stella with a great kick.
Brings it up to 6 out of 8. Good kicking stats from Edo tonight. Scores to 59-7. 5 minutes into the second half.
HRK with a deep kick. Francis Schroeder with the ball. A nice setup there. Frankfurt have no 9, so now they're going to slow the ball down a bit and work for a clean exit. Great carry there by Fraser Hasty, still pumping his legs. And there's space out wide. Chris decides to carry the ball and gives a skip pass.
Behind. Beats the first defender. Gain the little turn. Busts through the second, the third, the fourth.
Work.
The
With a nice
offload.
offload. Lando Baker on the outside. This man has pace.
Gives
and he
the
goes for a grubber.
Oh, the little touch and the late hits. Was there anything on that?
Unlucky there for Lando. Getting his kick charged down, and Frankfurt now have an attacking opportunity in the HRK half. But if that man gets the ball on the outside with space, he'll be deadly.
Frankfurt again opting for the 4-man line out. Marcy Becker hits his target.
Oh, great line there by Vincent Meyer. Can he get an offload? He's going by himself. What a try.
Great set piece move there by 1880. Carving through the middle like a hot knife through butter. Excellent execution. Brings the score up to 64-7.
Now, the last couple of games, he's been playing amazingly. The young Frankfurter. That's in his first season in the first team. He's been through the youth here at 1880 from minis all the way through under 18s, and now is getting his time in the first team and showing us what he's made of.
And might I add, he's really been putting his hand up in this team. You know, he's almost in a position where he's securing a very comfortable starting spot there. Massive improvement from Vince coming through those youth program. And
putting a bit of pressure on you, eh?
Well, you know, it's good. It's good to see the youngsters come through, keep adding a little bit of pressure, keep us old dogs hungry to keep wanting to be better, and definitely.
Let's see if HRK decides to kick off this time.
Kane opting right. Hasty under the ball. Secure take.
It looks like they're going to set the ball up here and then go for exit.
This is smart play by 1880. Just managing the territory, playing in the right areas of the
Francie
field.
Schroeder with an unusual box
chase.
kick. And they're spaced out wide here, and they decide to go for a kick, which I find is the wrong decision. Lando
Covered
Baker
by
under a
Lando.
lot of pressure here. Great clean out there by Seb Rodwell.
Fortunately, the fly of HRK just missing that turnover, not getting his hands on it. But here comes the penalty.
Second penalty
Off
for the
their
Frankfurt
feet.
number 1, sealing off.
Could we see a little more from them now, you think, Chalupi?
Well, they have nothing to lose, so they should just give it their all, and yeah, let's see how it turns out. A good attacking opportunity here now for HRK. Let's see if they maybe set up a maul.
Opting for the mid wall.
A special
Magic
move here.
move coming through.
Good defense there by Francis Schroeder and Tati Losado.
A little bit passive in that tackle. Pick and go once more. Ball is slow.
Pick and goes here by HRK. Getting millimeter by millimeter closer to the try line.
And now the ball wide. Little
Oh,
kick. Not
And it could
covered.
work out. Great
And
try
the
from HRK
fly
there.
off with a little bit of individual brilliance there, showing off his skill set. Little chip and chase, and secures it. Manages to get the extra 5 points for HRK.
Great work from the HRK fly off.
Brings the score up to 12 points for HRK. 2 very good tries. Can see that die hard attitude, just keep on going, keep fighting, and actually able to capitalize on that opportunity.
Let's see if the HRK fly off can convert his try.
Looks like we've got a couple of extra subs coming on now. Big Georgian David's coming on. And number 17 position, also prop. And we've got Aiden coming on in the number 19. And Sebastian Rodwell will get swapped off for Aiden. And Tati Losada being swapped off.
Frankfurt
As
playing
well.
today with only 3 forwards on the bench, so it looks like Chris Adene is going for the full 80. You don't really see a prop doing that a lot, so let's see how he carries on for the last 30 or so minutes.
Well, when you've got his size and his build, there's a lot of power in that engine.
And now the kickoff starts. Andrew Enkins under the ball. A good take.
Straight away, David getting involved there, making that tackle on the advantage line. Slow ball. Box kick once more. But again, covered by Edostella.
A good attacking opportunity here.
Stand
It'll
up,
just
sit
start
up.
to...
Big chase from Johan Neunaber.
It could be offsides over there. It was a bit
Makes a cut.
confusing. And a direct kick out. A silly mistake there by the HRK 9. Giving Frankfurt a good attacking opportunity now in the HRK half. It looks like Frankfurt are going for 4-man lineouts. And Marcel Becker's first lineout is a win. Silly mistake there from Edo Stella with a knock-on, giving HRK an attacking opportunity now. They have numbers here on the outside. Chris Adene with a great tackle.
Getting that little knock-on in the tackle too. Good little bit of defensive work there by Chris.
But we're back to the knock-on. I think the mark for the knock-on is a little bit off. But that can't be right all the time. Let's see what HRK decide to do from this scrum on the halfway line. Solid set by both teams there. And they decide to come blind with a little kick move. And it's direct.
2 kicks directly into touch there. Straight in a row.
That's putting them under a lot of pressure.
But the message seems to be clear at halftime that they definitely are looking at winning that territory battle. A little bit more kicks out of hand and putting it into, well, what they trying to do, putting it into the right areas of the field. But unfortunately, just going that little touch too far.
And Frankfurt with a clean ball from the lineouts. Chris Adene hit hard there, but still managed to get through. He's pumping his legs. The massive tight head prop. And the space out wider.
Lots of numbers for 1880.
And there's hands.
Can they
Hands
keep
on,
this,
hands
keep this
on.
continuity going?
And Fraser tries to go for offload that gets kicked by Lando Baker.
A little bit of football skills
And
here.
it just goes dead over the try line.
That really should have been used, that opportunity.
Yeah,
But
numbers
he
on
had
outside.
Numbers on the outside. Deciding to go through the middle on his own. Just not finding that last little bit of support, fortunately.
Those kind of plays need to be executed.
But still a big opportunity here for 1880. 5 meters from the try line.
So it's a goal line dropout. There's a breaking play over here. An HRK player was down, I think, with cramp, but he's back up now.
Here comes the restart.
And it's a nice deep kick there by the HRK fly-off.
Covered
A good
by Lando.
attacking opportunity now for Frankfurt. Ray Parkinson with the ball.
Numbers again
And
in the back
Timbiniak.
for
Edo Stella on
1880.
the outside. Aiden Dixon with the ball now for the first time in this game. Man has lightning feet. Chris Adene with another nice carry over here. Pumping those legs. Great catch there by Ray Parkinson and a step.
Oh, a little bit of
It's
footwork.
open and tries to go for the offload that gets hit by HRK player, and now HRK have the ball in their 22. And he doesn't find touch. Edo Stella with the attacking opportunity now. Goes for a
Little
step.
tap dance. Spaghetti legs.
A nice carry out by David. Hit hard by the HRK player.
Out the back once more.
And the space
Ray
out
with a
wide.
little nudgy.
Aiden Dixon with the ball now on the outside. He needs support.
HRK is just surviving here.
Kun with the carry over here. And the space
And
out
now
wide. They
again,
go for a cross
cross kick.
kick. Can Edo Stella get this ball? Offsides the call.
And offsides.
Frankfurt deciding to go for a lot of these crossfield kicks that haven't worked out so far. And now HRK have a easy opportunity to exit out of their own 22. Marcus Bachhofer getting subbed off now. The German international.
For the number 17, Aiden. See what he can offer and how he goes up against the front row of 1880.
A good touch finder there by HRK from that hard kicking position. Let's see how HRK decide to attack from this opportunity now that they have. Great line out there by HRK. And they decide to kick straight away. Not a bad kick from the HRK 10. Francis Schroeder kicks it back. And they go for another kick. A kicking battle
Kicking
is on
tennis
here.
going on here. Edo outside, he's 22. Having to keep it infield, but turns a couple.
Andrew Renkins with the ball from the
Big
back. Is he
chase.
going to have a carry? Oh, and he does a offload that
Silly
doesn't go to
mistake.
hand, yeah? They're under a lot of
Timbaniak
pressure
straight
now.
away on the ball. Good counter ruck.
Lando
and
Baker
makes
with
a
the ball.
turnover.
He's got the pace.
Lando,
The man's got
he
the pace and a try.
finish.
Great work by the Frankfurt. Or is it no try? Hold up is the call from the ref. Great work there by the HRK defender to get under Lando Baker and hold up that ball. Relieving a lot of pressure. And now they have an opportunity to exit from their try line. And they drop kick straight down the field.
A little bit of deja vu going on here, Galopi.
A skip pass there by Chris Henning
Nice and wide.
and Vincent
Using
Meyer on the outside.
full width of the field here.
Slow ball now for Frankfurt.
Out the back.
Out
No
the back.
runners there.
Lando Baker with the ball now again. Tries to go for offload, but loses it forward.
HRK looking a little bit frustrated in that situation.
HRK managing to somehow stop Frankfurt from scoring a try these last couple of minutes. They will defend. They've had great defense, and yeah, let's see if they can keep that up.
HRK making another sub for Schmidt.
Let's see how the new front rows go at each other now with this first scrum. Solid hit from Frankfurt there. Putting HRK under a lot of pressure. Looks like it's a tight head. And Frankfurt have the
turned it
ball back.
over.
Timbaniak
Quick
with the
transition.
ball. And
Little
gets
offload.
a great offload to Aiden
Great.
Dixon. And Aiden Dixon's open to the try line. What a try.
Great finish by
Great work there in the scrum. Getting a tight head. And then good hands. Getting the ball out wide to Timbaniak. Running a hard line. Getting through the defense. And then a great offload to Aiden Dixon. Scoring a beautiful try.
Again, there, just the speed at which they were able to turn that over and transition into that counter attack to be able to go and score. Great work by 1880. Score is 71-14 after 62 minutes.
And Ray Parkinson with the kick. His first one of the night. Replacing Christopher Henning on the kicking tee. The score now stands at 73-14. Fraser Hasty under the ball and loses it. Messy ball there, but HRK managed to regather. Chris Adene over the ball.
On the ball.
Great turnover there by Chris Adene, holding on. The HRK player a little isolated there.
He's a big man to move once he's over the ball.
They're all 135 kgs. Frankfurt now with a good attacking opportunity inside the HRK half.
Now HRK making another substitution. Number 19, Kruger, coming on. And he's making the sub for Andrew Reinkus, the captain.
Scoring one of their tries with a charge down.
Have to see
He's
who
had a
takes over the
decent game.
captaincy.
And a messy line out, but Frankfurt still retain the ball. Vincent Meyer with a great carry down the middle. There's Hans Ray
Gets the
Parkinson.
offload.
Does he have the pace?
Show
And he
pony.
goes for the step. Great tackle there by HRK.
Finds
and
the
a great
offload.
offload. Francie under the
Continuity.
poles. What a try. Great work from Frankfurt from a messy line out.
Really hard to stop them once they start going.
Yeah, that was just great hands, great offloads, and good teamwork. And Ray goes for the drop goal. And it's over.
Brings the score up to 80-14 after 65 minutes.
HRK making another sub.
This time number 22 on.
Aiden Dixon with a good take. And it hits up. Let's see what Frankfurt decide to do over here. They hit the ball up with Marcel Becker, the big hooker. And they have space out wide now. Let's see what they do. Tim Biniak has the ball here. Gives hands. Edo Steller.
A little bit of footwork again. Tense possession.
And the ball gets popped out. And the number 10 from HRK that's been having a good game kicks the ball again. And a try for HRK. Great work there by HRK. That number 10 is having a great game. Even though his team's under so much pressure.
Seems those are the brothers that have linked up with one another there. The 10, Tsana, a little chip through. And his brother sealing that off in the corner.
Let's see if the HRK Fly-Off can get 3 from 3. And he pushes it far to the right. The score stands now 80-19 to Frankfurt 1880. Are Frankfurt going to go for a quick kickoff here? Yes, they do.
Deep, but covered. First tackle is slipped. Oh, but the turnover gets made.
Francie hit hard there. Can Frankfurt, their space outside, can they get it? They go
little
for a chip
nudge
over the
through.
top. And they find touch in the HRK 22. There seems to be a little bit of confusion over here. Looking for the ball. And a good line out win there from HRK. And they go straight for the exit.
Covered by Aiden. Takes it up. Little chip through, but covered again. Will he call the mark?
An easy exit now for HRK.
No one just going that little touch too far.
And a good touch finder. Do they decide to go quickly? No, they don't. Great kick there from the HRK fly off.
Big territory gain for them too. HRK just controlling themselves a little bit better in the second half. Winning that territory battle a little bit more. Playing on the right areas of the field. See how they defend this.
Let's see what Frankfurt decides to do from this line out. And they win it. Oh, out the back. Edostello with some space here. He has Lando Baker on the outside. Oh, and he knocks the ball on. Frankfurt 1880 seems to be making a lot of handling mistakes in the last couple of minutes.
Small little momentum shift here. Don't you feel, Chalupi?
No, no, definitely.
Just HRK just putting that a little bit more pressure onto 1880, just not allowing him to make those small passes and just finish off, keep the continuity going. So definitely a step up in the second half by HRK, with that lineup not going straight.
The ref has blown the whistle, but I'm not sure for skew
Not
throw.
straight.
It didn't look like there was a contest there from Frankfurt, so a little bit confusing, but Frankfurt decided to go for the scrum.
And definitely a little bit of a grey area, that new law about the contest in the line-out.
Let's see what Frankfurt decide to do from the scrum. The last scrum, Frankfurt had the upper hand. A reset now. Solid set there from both teams. Frankfurt have go forward ball now. Will they get the advantage? Ref's been told to use it. And Timbiniak
Timbiniak
with the regather.
seeing that space.
And Aiden Dixon on the outside with the pace. And he goes
Finish
all the
in
way.
the corner.
Great play there from Frankfurt, getting the ball out wide to the speedster Aiden Dixon, finishing in the corner.
How was the vision from Tim Biniak there, though? He almost ran a line as if he was going to miss that pass, and then the last second reached out, made contact with that ball, collected it, and then being able to just give that last pass with the great finish and that speed from Aiden coming through, scoring in the corner. So, good finish, good try. Scores 85-19 after 73 minutes.
Ray Parkinson with his third kick. His hardest one so far of the night. A solid strike. And through the poles it goes. 3 from 3 for the veteran. The score now stands at 87-19 for Frankfurt, 80. And they go with a deep kickoff.
But that's too. Back to the middle.
Scrum in the middle now. Let's see what Frankfurt decide to do from this attacking opportunity. The last scrum, Frankfurt had upper hand. Let's see if maybe Frankfurt can get a penalty or advantage from this and be able to do some magic with the backs.
Loading that left side of the field. A couple of extra players. Will they be attacking that left side?
Solid set there from both teams. Great work from HRK.
Great pressure.
Getting messy ball for Frankfurt. Francie with a great offload there to Edostello. David with a great carry over here. Aiden Dixon on the outside and he knocks the ball on. A lot of handling errors coming from Frankfurt in the second half.
A couple of small concentration areas, maybe just missing that little bit of focus on that last pass. Looking up at that defender before actually catching the ball.
The last scrum, HRK had a lot of pressure put on Frankfurt. Let's see what happens now.
Speed of the game definitely slowing down now. Not seeing that continuity going as much. If we can get that momentum shift coming back in. Oh, big shove.
Solid
But
shove there
popping
by
back out
Frankfurt.
the mouth of the scrum. We'll go for a reset. But big pressure coming through there by 1880.
There've been a lot of scrums the second half from both sides.
A lot more than in the first half, that's for sure.
Yeah. Solid set there by Frankfurt, putting HRK under pressure. But they managed to get the ball out. It looks a little bit forward there, but great line by the HRK, number 15. And he finds his man on the outside. Lando Baker with a safety ball tackle over there. And kicks the ball through the ruck. HRK managed to secure the ball. Hit hard in defense there by Vincent Meyer and Koen van Rossum.
But not getting out of that tackle quick enough. Unfortunately, that advantage coming to HRK there.
Oh, and this looks like the ref might have a word.
The ref has stopped play over here. There could be an injury. Hopefully not serious. And he's getting back up, so that's good news. And play should be back on. HRK going for a line-out option from the penalty. Let's see if they maybe set up a maul and try push over for a try. Two minutes left, said by the ref. Let's see if HRK could get any points. They need one more point for a bonus point, which would help them a lot in fighting for that playoff spot. Solid win there.
Massive line speed by Ray. Unfortunately missing that tackle. Koen making a little bit of a hash there for them. Slow ball for HRK.
They look to have space out wide here. Can they get their hands on? A skip pass there. Fraser Hasty with a good tackle there and rip. And out over the dead ball line. Scrum to Frankfurt. Ripped in the tackle. Or knock on from HRK. I think it should be a goal line dropout there. Yeah, and that's what the ref has blown. Probably a minute left in play. Let's see what Frankfurt decide to do. And they kick it deep. HRK with probably their last attacking opportunity of the game.
Gainsana taking it up.
It looks like the ball's been turned over there by Tim Biniak. Let's see what Frankfurt decides to do on the exit. There's a lot of space there at the back.
Just a bounce favouring HRK there. Deep return. Aiden's there.
Let's see what Chris Henning decides to do here now. A little bit isolated. A little bit of messy rugby being played here now at the moment. Let's see if Frankfurt can hit the ball up and start all over again. And they look to have Marcel Becker with a great carry through the middle with a nice pop to Chris Adene. There's space here on the outside.
Good hands by Ray.
David on the outside.
Finishes 1-2.
Johan, bad pass, not going to hand by Edo Stella. And that's the game. Marcel Hen, who do you think is who is your player of the match for this game?
Far to say, there's been a couple of guys that really put their hands up. Seen some great performances. Leo Wolf scoring those 2 tries. We saw Aiden Dixon score those 2 in the corner. Tim Biniak making some incredible line breaks. Sebi Rodwell going around, having all of those assists. I think he had 3 or 4 assists through today.
Stella covering very well in the backfield. Vince doing good carries off of that kickoff restart. So there's been a couple of hands that have been put up for today. But I think it was a good team effort. I'm sure that the coaches will make that call. I think there's been a couple of good names mentioned there with performances today.
If I had to choose, to me, the standout player for Frankfurt today was HRK, was Vincent Meyer, and for HRK, I think it was their number 10. He had a great game, did well in the try assists, and scored his own try also with that great chip kick. But thank you for all the viewers for watching tonight. The finals of the Youth Festival will be live streamed tomorrow, and thank you from us at 880, and enjoy the